Hello students, welcome back to your piano lessons. This is lesson number 5. It's the second section where we learn new stuff. And what we are going to learn today is to start reading music. We're going to show you how music is written on the lines. We call those lines a staff. So come with me to the piano and we will start this important lesson. Now we already talked about the lines and the spaces. We already know that when you write music, you have 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you were to pull out a piece of music, you will see that they have 2 groups of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they have this squiggle thing here. And then they have another squiggle thing here. Now these are very, very important squiggles because they tell you where the notes are. Let me just tell you right now that this is called a treble clef, or some people call it a G clef. I like to call it a G clef because it tells you where the G is. You see how this thing swings around here, right here, and it shows you the second line. You see how that is? What that means is that the second line is a G. This line right here is a G. All the way across. Anytime you have a note on this line, it is a G. You can almost see that this is a G. It kind of, if you use your imagination, you can see it's a G. But this is a G line. Not just any old G. I'll show you the one. It's just the one above middle C, but it's a special G line. Now this thing here starts with a great big old fat hunkin' dot. And then it goes up and around like a big backwards, like a half of a heart. How about that? Like a half of a heart. And then it has 2 dots. 2 dots. Now, this is an F clef, the bass clef, the F clef. And that means that any note that's on this line is an F. Okay? There's no way that that's going to look to you like an F, so just believe me, that's an F. All right, now the way notes work is, let me put this away. We have the notes on the lines and we have the notes in the spaces. Now I just told you that any note on this line is going to be a G. And so any note here, let's put this right here. See if that, see how that, maybe we can see how that works with this thing here. With a G. And now, if I go to the next note under it and put it in the space, it's going to be the F. And then if I go down, let's see, here's my G, here's my F, and now if I go down, I'm going to get on the E, and then if I go down, oh, I run out of lines. It's okay, just stick it on underneath. Just stick it underneath. Just like that. Now I need to go down one more, but I've run out of lines. So here are the rules. If you run out of lines, see, these lines are here all the time. They're always there. If you look at a piece of music, the lines are there all the time. But if you need another line, just draw it in. And that is only for the note. And when the note goes away, when you move on to another note, that line disappears. So, this is what your G looks like on the paper. This is what your F looks like on the paper. And your E looks like on the paper. And the D looks like on the paper. And the C looks like on the paper. Okay, that's off the G clef. Now, if we're going to be reading the notes on the F clef, the bass clef, it works the same way. It works the same way. any note sitting here on the F line, guess what, is an F. This F right here, the F below middle C. Can you see that? The F below middle C. Let me get my hands here. There we go. Now you can see it better. So if we go to the one above that, if we go to the one above the F, we hit the G. And if we go to the one above that, on the line, we have an A. And if we go to the note above that in the space, well, we're out of spaces, but it can sit right on the top. Right there on the top. That's going to be your B. Now I want to go one more note up, but I've run out of lines. Oh, I remember the rule that if you run out of lines, you just draw a line temporarily, just temporarily, for the C. Now here's the thing. This note and this note are the very same notes. If they want the right hand to play it, the up hand to play it, they're going to put it up. If they want the down hand, if they want the left hand to play it, they're going to put it down. Now today's lesson, we're going to learn how to read three notes. We're going to learn how to read the C and the D. Let's do here. Here's the C, and here's the D. We're going to play those with the right hand. And we're going to learn the C with the left hand, same note, left hand, and the B. Now, some students get these guys mixed up because they kind of look the same. This is underneath the bottom line, and this is on top of the top line. So, some people turn this into, call this a doggy dog, and they will make a little dog out of it. And let's see, let's make a little dog and some let's see, let's do stand-up ears. These will be, I don't draw well. We'll put a little tail, okay, and then we'll put feet on. Looks like a bug, doesn't it? Oh well, that's a dog. Just believe me, I'm telling you, that's a dog. And then some people call this a buzzy bee. This is a bee that flies over the bee line. And I'm going to put little wings on it, and a head, and a little antenna. This is my B for the bee line. So if you're having trouble with it, sometimes you can draw in the dog. I hope your dogs look better than my dogs, or the bees. So let's take a look at some written music. What we have here is our G clef. Here is our F clef. You can think of this right now for right hand and left hand. That isn't what it means, but for right now, let's just think of it that way. So I'm going to take my right hand, let's get it right, and I'm going to put finger number 1 on the C, on middle C, because this is middle C. And I'm going to play the C, and look at here is the same note, so I'm going to play it again. And now this note goes up to the D. And here's the same note, D. And now it goes down to the C, and then to the D, and then to the C, and then to the D, and then to the D, and then to the C. Now you see here how these are white notes, these have a hole in them, and these are solid notes. I'm going to tell you next lesson, in our next lesson, what that means. But for today, let's just learn the notes C and D with the right hand. Oh, here's something over here. It's a C, and a C, and a C. It doesn't matter if they're solid notes, the black notes, with the stem, or if they're the white notes or the open head notes with the stem. There are other kinds of notes too, but we're just looking at this page. they're all C's because they're in the middle and they have a line through them. Okay, let me play this. C, play this with me now. C, D, D, down to the C, up to the D, down to the C, up to the D. Again, repeat the D, go down to the C, and skip this because it's empty, and we're going to go C, C, C. Okay, now, the F clef got cut off of this paper, but I'll just tell you, this is the bass clef, and I'm going to take my left hand thumb. We're going to play just these two notes, just two fingers, just these two fingers. Okay, I'm going to put my thumb on C and hit the C again. You notice it was the same sound when I played it with my right hand. If I play it with my right hand, here, let me move my right hand. Right hand plays, left hand plays. Same note, same sound. Okay, so here we go. C with the left hand, C with the left hand, go down one to the B, ooh, to the B, up to the C, down to the B, up to the C, down to the B. Same note B, here's a white head with the white head, and here's a white C, open head C, and here's an open head B, open head C, and now I have my three C's, 1, 2, 3. And if you want to, we can play this. This is right hand and left hand. Okay, these are the first two lines of another song, of a song that I was using, but we'll just use the first two lines for today. So, this is what I wanted to teach you today in our new stuff section, where you have three notes. We're finally learning to read notes on the staff, on the lines. We learned about the G clef to show you where the G line is. We learned where the F clef is to show you where the F line is. And we learned how to play middle C with the right hand, middle C with the left hand. We learned that this was a D and that this is a B. And the next time I see you, then we will just put together a song and we will start playing music. This is Miss Susan, thanking you for coming to the second part of your lesson so that you can learn how to begin writing music on the lines. And in our next segment of this lesson, we will start with the I Can Do It book and we will learn some more songs there. So I will see you in the next section. Bye-bye.